Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Zuleika Abiri, and I'm also known as the State Woman. Thanks again for stopping by. Hope you're all doing well and fine. So without wasting time, doing well and fine without wasting time. Do you feel my rhymes? Hey, it's my time to shine. I don't need a dime. Blah blah. I'm not called to rap, please. Let's go into the video. So today I'm going to be doing the Would You Rather questions Bible edition. Would you rather? Would you rather? Let's get right into it. So it starts with, would you rather. First of all, I'd like to say that I saw this on someone's channel and I thought, oh, interesting, I should do this too. So let's go. Would you rather question. So number one, would you rather have the super strength of Samson or the wisdom of Solomon? Wisdom of Solomon, because wisdom is the principal thing. I think I need that wisdom, and then I can also ask God for strength. I don't think I need Samson's kind of strength. I think I need wisdom most. I'll go for wisdom. So number two, would you have to fight giant Goliath or fight a war against the Philistines? I'd rather fight Goliath because I just think it would be cool. Because I already know, like, I'm going to kill him, by the power of God. Like, I already know the end. So I'll just be like, you a circumcised Philistine. But honestly, I'll choose that because fighting a war against the Philistines is more like, there are plenty. So I'll go with the giant Goliath because I've always loved the story of David and Goliath, and it's been nice. Yeah. Would I rather eat a scroll or drink vinegar? I'd rather eat a scroll. No, I'd rather drink vinegar because chewing a paper is like, nah, with ink and paper on it. No. I'd rather drink vinegar. I don't even know how vinegar tastes, but I'd rather drink vinegar, honestly. So would I rather be imprisoned for over 2 years or be swallowed by a whale? I'd rather be imprisoned because that will matter. Even if you know that they brought what's his name now out of the whale. What's that guy that was put in the whale? I can't remember his name. Wow. Jonah. Jonah in the belly of the fish. Yeah, I'd rather be imprisoned for 2 years because I think I can manage that more. At least I can be writing. Just give me, I can be writing. Give me a camera, I can make videos. Well, I'd rather be in prison for 2 years. I think that's speaking of Paul. So would I rather watch Jesus heal a blind man or watch Jesus walk on water? This is a tough one. I think I'd rather see Jesus walk on water because that would be so cool. I'd rather see him walk on water and just watch. Again, I don't know if they'll include the part where Peter was also wanting to walk, but it would be cool to see Jesus walking on water. I'd rather see that than him healing a blind man. Would I rather betray Jesus or deny Jesus? I'd rather deny, because then I can deny and then come back. Betrayal is like the person that betrayed Jesus ended up killing himself, so I'd rather deny him. I think Peter's story is more like, than Judas that went to go and kill himself. No, I'd rather deny. Although both of them, I'd rather not do any. Would I rather watch Lazarus being raised from the dead or eat with Jesus at the Last Supper? Lazarus. I would like to see how Jesus wept. Maybe, again, I believe it should include that part where Jesus wept and where Jesus said with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. I would love to see that. I think I honestly go for that because that story is so profound. Lazarus died for 3 days. The Bible even says when he came bound hand and foot. So it would be so cool to see him, come forth from the dead, and then to be cool to see it would be cool to see Martha and Mary and everybody just excited and just say, no, I'll choose that. Would I rather be rescued from the prison by an angel or see Jesus' empty tomb? I'd rather see Jesus' empty tomb because that would be beautiful to be there when they say he's not there, he's risen. Oh my God, I always say that my best celebration is Easter because for me it's something that is more, I don't know, the death and resurrection of Christ is more important to me, and it's more like where my victory is than even Christmas and all that celebration. So I would definitely like to see the empty tomb and just be like, wow, see, Jesus is coming, he's dead, he rose again, and he's definitely coming back. And just a message for someone watching, Jesus is coming, so give your life to him. Would I rather anoint Jesus' head with oil or wash his feet with my tears? I rather wash his feet, although I feel like I don't know which kind of tears I'll cry that will be enough for me to wash, but I rather wash his feet because I would just want to be at his feet. Honestly, like I would love to be at his feet, just watch, like just Jesus, just hold him, just can just imagine. God, I'd rather watch his feet. But both of them are amazing, sha. Both of them are amazing experiences, but I'd rather watch his feet. Would I rather marry Boaz or King Xerxes? I'd rather marry Boaz. I don't know, there's just something about Boaz. Like I'd rather marry Boaz because let me wait. Let's start by saying that King Xerxes' life, Xerxes seemed a bit complicated. But my I just love, I could just, from what I could tell from Boaz's personality, I can't really tell so much of his personality from the scriptures, but I can just have that vibe that Boaz is like, show up and get things done. Don't worry, Ruth. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm going to, love you irrespective of all the things you've done and all. Like, I would rather marry Boaz. Would I rather sit at the feet of Jesus while he teaches, or prepare supper for Jesus and the disciples in the kitchen? I like to cook, but at the same time I would love to sit at his feet while he teaches. I would just love to sit at his feet and look up to him and say, word. Honestly, I'd rather sit at his feet and just listen to him teach. To be so amazing. Yeah. Would I rather be a fisherman or a tax collector? I'd rather be a fisherman because I'd rather be Peter than Matthew. I'd rather be a fisherman because, okay, they didn't ask whether I'll be Peter or Matthew, but I'm saying I'd rather be a fisherman because I don't know, I'd rather just be a fisherman. But wait, I'd rather be a fisherman because in my head I'm thinking fisherman Peter, miracle of the fish, filling the boat in Luke 5. Duh. So that's what I'd rather go for. Would I rather spend an hour in heaven or a week with Jesus on earth? I'd rather spend a week with Jesus on earth because that's like 24 hours times 7. I'd rather do that because I would just lock my room. I would never tell anybody. I'll lock my room and I'll just be first, as in I don't even know if I'll be able to speak, but I'll just be there, just basking in his presence 1 week. Even on Sunday they're like, you didn't come to church. I'm like, I've been with Jesus. So it just reminds me of that scripture that says, they wondered and they said, they have been with Jesus. So I'd rather be with Jesus. Yeah, I'd rather spend a week. I can just imagine there will be questions. You see, the funny thing is that there will be questions, but because you're such in awe of his presence, you might not even be able to speak. But I'd rather do 1 week because when we did this game, my sister said last we'll still go to heaven. But I'd rather do 1 week with God on earth. It's beautiful. Will I rather have dinner with Moses or Paul? Moses' story is deep as well. It's difficult, but I'll go with Paul because Paul is as in the New Testament, and the things I believe I would need are more, Paul had a deep revelation of new creation and all that. So I would rather have dinner, have lunch with Paul. Honestly, I believe Paul. I would rather just the things he said. I die daily. To live is Christ, to die is gain. All this is profound statements. Have dinner with Ruth or Esther. We did this as well, and I went for Ruth or Esther. I'll go with Ruth because, to be honest, Ruth kind of shows how, as in, of course I've not been married before and all that, but Ruth lived a life that wasn't so great, but at the end of the day, God redeemed her, and I believe that Ruth's story just shows the redemptive power of God, and that really relates to me. That really touched me, the fact that Ruth didn't have a great start. Like me, I didn't have a great start, but you could just see that the love of God worked in her. God just showed himself faithful in her life. So I'd rather speak to her and say, Ruth, how did you feel losing your husband and then following Naomi and then, going to this place, meeting Boaz? I would like to really speak to Ruth. I love Ruth. I love her person. I don't know her personally, but I would just love to spend time with Ruth. I would love to have lunch with Ruth. So would I rather see the burning bush speak to Moses, or would I rather see the fire consumes Elijah's altar in front of the prophets of Baal? I would rather see the burning bush talk to Moses because I would love to see how that conversation between God and Moses, how Moses said, God, I'm only a stammerer, I don't know what to do. Because again, in my own work with God, there are times I feel so inadequate. I would love to just see that experience and just watch how God, spoke to him, and just that experience of Moses being, a tending flock and all that, and, God has this special assignment for him, how he responded. I would really love to see that, so I'll go for that. And I love the Elijah and the prophets of Baal thing, but I would choose, I would rather see the burning bush and Moses. Yeah. So would I rather, so this would be the second to the last one, would I rather experience Pentecost or be with Jesus, be with the disciples when Jesus appeared to them right after the resurrection? This one is hard, but I think I would rather experience Pentecost. Rather. I think I'd rather because that's when the spirit fully came. I think when it was fully come, like the Pentecost, I believe it represents power. So I'd rather experience the Pentecost rather than be with disciples when Jesus appeared to them after the resurrection. This one is tempting, but I would choose Pentecost because it just represents the Holy Spirit coming down on them and all that. So I would rather do Pentecost. So I believe this should be the last one. Heard one of Jesus' sermons or seen one of his miracles. One of his miracles, if I get to choose, that would be great. I'd rather see one of his miracles. So yeah, so with that, we've come to the end of the video. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Was there anyone that shocked you about my choice? Would you have rather done choosing something else? And just let me know with all the questions. I would like to know what you would rather do. And I would like to say that this is a very fun game to play in your youth group. I would say, if you're having anything at home with your family, with your friends, even in church with the youths, it's a very fun game to play. So yeah, that's it. Would you rather Christian edition. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you share, and of course hit that subscribe button. Like, don't leave without subscribing. Please subscribe, and also turn on your notification turn on your notification bell so that you can see my videos. I'm all about faith. I do videos on faith. That's mostly what you see on my channel. So if you like this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you in my next video. God bless you and have a blessed weekend, whatever your time it is. I love you guys, and yeah, keep asking in the love of God. And if you don't know Jesus, give your heart to him. He's the best friend, best relationship you can ever have. God bless you.